New region, new mobs, new stuff to grind, especially when it's a new flame for one of your armors. And this flame just happens to be buried in some snow. How can there be flames in snow? I don't know, but what I do know is that the flame you seek is probably burning a hole in the pockets of the Octing City in the Jade Starlight Forest, and I can tell you how to go get it. The first thing you have to know about this place is that while the mobs don't hit too hard, you should have about 281 Kudum and about 341 DP before coming here to get your Flame of Frost. If you are above 371 DP, you should have a pretty chill time grinding here, and as long as you don't AFK for too long, you should probably never die. Now, the keyword here is should. Oh, and also be sure to avoid the telegraph AoEs too, although truth be told, they really don't hurt that much. The second thing is the rotations. You really just need 3 packs to make one rotation, as they respawn fairly quickly, and they do take a while to kill. All packs along with the pillars are randomized upon respawning, so there really isn't like a best rotation, so to speak, or are fairly viable. Now, for ease of reference, I will paste this rotation from Reddit user link in the description below to download the image, along with an image from Choices Discord. Use both for your reference, as for the most part, if there are 3 close packs not taken by anybody, you can more or less take that spot. The next thing to know is what kind of mobs they are, as well as the mechanics. For the most part, there is the thick beard, the medium beard, and the small beard. Each pack has a random set composition of beards, and they all congregate around a central pillar, which can come in the form of a lamp, a totem, or a brazier. And this is the first mechanic. Essentially, you need to destroy this central pillar first before engaging into a pack of Octing City, as its destruction will provide an AoE debuff to the mobs, which will greatly increase your clear speed. Destroying the lamp will knock down all the mobs, destroying the brazier will create an AoE burn, and the totem's destruction grants you an AoE pocket sand. All 3 basically debuffs the packs, and they should be your first priority. Should the debuffs run out, you can consider pulling the pack to another nearby pillar, although for the most part, a new pillar should have respawned as soon as the old debuff ran out. The second mechanic here is that the dead Octing City like to explode in a shower of green cyan fart. This fart deals damage to nearby surviving Octing City and also grants them a DP debuff, and they stack. Therefore, it is in your best interest to aim for the smallest beards within the pack and make them fart first, so that the bigger beards in the vicinity suffer from the sweet intoxication of the fragrant fart aroma, thereby allowing you to finish them off much quicker. Just remember this order of murder: small beard to medium beard and thick beard. And after that, clearing a pack of regular Octing City will regularly trigger the spawning of some tougher possessed versions of a single mob. These usually spawn immediately upon the demise of a regular pack, and they have a higher chance of offering you an Ember, or if you're lucky, a Flame, although they are tankier and deal more damage as a result. They don't CC you as much, so just avoid the telegraphed attacks and you should be fine. Oh, and I should point out the fact that these possessed medium beards have an attack that goes through your frontal guard, so do watch out to avoid potential annoyances. And lastly, clearing a pack of mobs here also sometimes have the chance to bring out Ereborjk, our cooler guardian with antlers for ears. She's like a mini boss that may leave you some goodies if she's satisfied with how thick your character is. Wink wink. In all seriousness though, she does provide a nice change of pace to the spot, although she, unlike Ulutaka, doesn't seem to drop the Ember quite as often. And some final thoughts before I send you all to your skiing adventure hand in hand with our bearded friends. The Ember drop rate here seems to vary between 0 to 2.5 an hour. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you get nothing. I for myself notice an easier time getting Embers when my combined drop rate is just over 200%, and if I went over 250% with the Jade Scrolls, I tend to get less Embers. Of course, your mileage may vary, so please do experiment. And you can take the dailies at this location on this hero map. The trash suit here is worth about 20.14k, and you can expect about 6 to 7k at level 1 and 8 to 10k plus on level 2, again depending on your class and gear score. Some carry classes like strikers have gotten upwards of 10k on level 1 alone with 301 Kudum. For me, using Agris at level 1 scroll, I got about 9k TL with about 31k Agris spent, and at level 64 I gained about 0.15% an hour with about 500% in XP buffs. Essentially, this spot isn't exactly super profitable, nor does it provide large amounts of XP, so please do leave and let someone else grind the spot for their flame once you got yours. And with that, I can finally send you all to this new time sync with my conscience clean. I hope you look forward to slaving your life away here as you establish yourselves as premier nuisances to the inhabitants of this serene winter habitat. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider dropping a like or a sub, or perhaps following on Twitch. If you have questions, opinions, or found something I missed, please drop them in the comments below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Take care and goodbye.